Well, hello, hello, hello. Much love to you all. May God bless you all. Smash that like button, share this out. Thank you all for coming into War Hour last night. Now, come in tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern for a very important preaching. So, there is a second fire that breaks out in North Carolina County that was devastated by Helene. Um, there's 0% containment. This one of them was at 20% containment. Pretty sure to be updated later on today. But for instance, let's just look at the map here. I'll pull up here to let you know that if it has the box over it like this one, this is counted as a large fire. If it has green, it's counted as a new, fast growing fire, active, new fire, controlled fire, contained fire, out of fire, etc. Now, all these you see here is air quality problems. And as you can tell, there's a lot of very unhealthy and air quality issues throughout this region right here. Bad air quality, so definitely. So these are large fires, three large fires that are um, going on in Arizona. Of course, you see right here that would be a zoom in. These would be counted as that looks like it would be a controlled fire. So they got some controlled fires, but then down here is a new active fire down this region. Now over here in LA, all the way down to San Diego, we see, yes, here's a new fire that just sprung up today by the Cleveland National Forest. Then you got some wildfires here, but these are the large ones, still counted as large, very active. New fires up in these regions as well. We see that there is a couple controlled or contained fires up in this direction. Here in Colorado, in the national forest, there is a new active fire that's at least within 1,000 acres of being burned. Up here in the top of Minnesota, yes, there is a new active. There's an active wildfire now. This wasn't here last night. I was checking this map last night, but there was wildfires going on in this national forest in Mississippi. Now there is a new fast-growing fire. So this will probably spark some concerns with a new fast wildfire. Yes, and in Illinois we have a active wildfire. Oklahoma has quite a few controlled, contained, and new active wildfires. We also see in Alabama there is some contained. Actually, that one might be out fire, and then an active wildfire here. So yeah, we go over to Asheville area. These regions here, they haven't really updated this map because according to the news, there's two wildfires. Um, this one over here is a controlled one, but they haven't given much update on this one here. Um, but definitely sparking some concerns. We see down here there is a by a national forest in close to a national forest down here. What county would that be? Close to Naples and stuff. Close to the Big Cypress National Preserve, there's a wildfire going on down there, and I do believe over in Hawaii, Honolulu, there's one going on. This map only really shows the United States. It's hard finding ones that are accurate with out of country, but these are a lot of, um, we got some massive ones right here in the Arizona, LA region, and now a new rapid, fast growing one here in Mississippi that hopefully doesn't get any bigger. I was telling my wife, it seems like a lot of these that you're reading on the map, they're in tourist attractions, forests that a lot of people like. I mean, I'm a person that loves to hike, but I mean, if you look at this was just about 10 hours ago. I mean, even this map was telling you where that map I was showing you is not showing it updated on this, but they're counting it out of control by the Crooked Creek. They're saying it's out of control. Um, So definitely continue to lift up. We lifted up in prayers last night. Continue to lift up in prayers. It's been a very devastated place with a lot of things that have been going on. It's This came back up in the news. The red heifers. It's been a while since we talked about them. It came back up in the news about 3 days ago, 28th. That there's still some talks going on. They are running out of the timeline of when they want to sacrifice. They are running out of that timeline, and uh, I'm gonna have to scroll down a little bit. It was somewhere down here. Said how many were disqualified by now, because I've been seeing different numbers by people, and I mean, I'm going to go off what I'm reading here because none of us are really over there or talking with people. I do believe they said two was disqualified. Not trying to read the whole scenario here, but basically they still are on. Yeah, two have been disqualified already, but only one is needed. Um, so this guy I've talked about a lot. He came from Indiana, where I live, and they're still in the talks. They're still saying Hamas had been the reason why they didn't. Hamas said, like I had told you in a video a couple years back, that Hamas said this is why they attacked them. They attacked them because of the red heifers. So now this article here, in order to make America great again, we require more babies. I'm going to add to this, not just more babies, but if we do have more babies, we need more parents that are going to teach them Christ and Christ crucified. It was a while back. I think it was, yeah, in April, last April. I talked about we hit the historic low of fertility rate here in America. The rate was 1,616.5 births per 1,000 children. That was the lowest we've ever had, because our country has usually always maintained 2,100 births per 1,000 women to maintain the population. This is definitely um, been America's fertility rate has generally been below replacement since 1971 and consistently below replacement in 2007, said the CDC. Um, a lot of this, of course, goes with people wanting to go a certain route and do certain things, you know, my body, my choice type of activity. But the population is shrinking. A lot of people don't want to have kids. And on, on the side note of that, I have talked with some people, and it's not necessarily that some people don't want to have kids. Just some newer couples I've talked to, they don't want to have a child in a declining um, economic system that seems like there's no future. 2020 kind of made it to where some that I know that are Christians, they didn't want to have a child. They didn't want to bring up a child in what's happening right now. And if things started showing a better increase towards things, they would have a child eventually. But there has been no signs of anything becoming better here. So, guys, even though all this stuff is happening, and I'm pretty sure there's fires in other places, I've pulled up maps and video of, fires going on down in these regions and stuff. Even though there's, plane crashes and this and that happening, guys, we need to keep our eyes on the prize, and that is Jesus Christ. It's very important for us to have a very active prayer life, a very active, um, you know, fellowship and relationship with Christ Jesus. This is very important for us to have a relationship with Christ. And that's what I try to do on this channel, is to help you guys with your relationship with Christ, to join in fellowship and all that, and to edify you, to come in and listen to some words that might strengthen you up, devotionals, daily prayers, daily verse of the day and nights, things like this, guys. So, you know, I won't see you guys again until um, the 1st of February. So we got a new month coming up tomorrow, and we'll start, you know, heading in directions and trying to do. I haven't done a Hebrew and Greek wordplay together. One of those lives, we're going to have to do one of those lives here in February, and then hopefully, Lord willing, a street preaching coming up too. So, guys, keep your eye on Christ Jesus, because it is worth it. I tell you what, Christ is worth it all, guys. So much love to you all. May God bless you all. You fight from victory, not from defeat, and that is thanks to King Jesus.